Zhao Yan, where are the new episodes?
I don't know.
What do you mean? You're the main character.
Exactly. Out of work for 7 weeks.
What about the studio?
They're preparing a grand finale. They have to prepare me first.
It seems that Battle Through the Heavens has decided to end this year in a way that will definitely keep us from getting bored of Zhao Yan. First, viewers were hit with the announcement of a long break, but at the same time, we received news that completely changes our expectations for the finale of this annual season. And no, this time we are not talking about another delay. Quite the opposite. We are talking about 10 entire additional episodes. Originally, the 4th annual season was supposed to end with episode 209, but it has now been extended all the way to 219 episodes. And the most interesting part here is not even the number of episodes itself. The main question is, what exactly does the studio plan to show in these additional episodes? After all, Zhao Yan is approaching events that are already leading the story toward its true climax. Everything looks as if the studio is gradually preparing us for a truly massive conclusion to this part of Zhao Yan's story. So today, we are going to find out why Battle Through the Heavens suddenly received another 10 episodes, what events could fit into these additional episodes, and why we should pay especially close attention to the movie after they are released. So make sure you watch the video carefully. But Zhao Yan's journey is actually far from over. He still has countless adventures waiting for him in the upper realm. So, the Battle Through the Heavens Donghua is officially on a break, or as I jokingly call it, on summer vacation, until September 6th. The latest released episode, Episode 207, covered the Yao clan arc and the attack of the Nihility Devouring Flame. And now we are waiting for the release of the new episodes. To be more precise, on September 5th, 2 episodes will be released at once. In other words, the creators decided to give the viewers a little reward after leaving us without new episodes for almost 2 months. So how many episodes will there be in total? The anime has officially been extended to 219 episodes, after which the feature-length movie Battle of the Gods will be shown. And now that we know why there are no new episodes, the anime is simply on a break, with the release schedule paused until September. There is one final question left. Why did this happen in the first place, and why is this break necessary? For viewers who are used to a stable release schedule, such a pause really does feel long, especially considering that Zhao Yan's story is currently at one of its most important stages. So what have the creators and the animation studio said? According to the creators' official statements, this break is not related to the project ending and certainly not to its cancellation. Instead, it is connected with preparations for the final part of the current annual season. The studio officially explained that the break was necessary to give the team more time to prepare and properly develop the concluding chapter of the annual series. The creators want the final events to have the scale they deserve, while the animation, battle choreography, and story elements are completed at the highest possible level. This is especially important now, because Battle Through the Heavens has been running for almost 10 years and is gradually approaching the conclusion of another major stage of the story. But that is not all. The most important reason is the increase in the season's overall episode count. The total number of episodes in this annual season was officially increased from the originally planned 209 to 219 episodes. That means 10 additional episodes were added to give the final story arcs a more detailed and larger scale adaptation. Just imagine, originally, the plan was to end everything with episode 209. But the creators decided to add another 10 episodes. Naturally, this will have an impact on the production schedule. As a result, viewers will receive 10 additional episodes. And this is not simply a minor adjustment to the release schedule. The additional runtime will allow the studio to explore the final story arcs in greater detail instead of trying to squeeze a huge number of events into an overly short amount of screen time. So, judging by everything we know, the break is directly connected to the team's desire to prepare the concluding part of the season more carefully. However, there are also much more controversial theories among the fans about the reason for the break. Discussions have been filled with opinions that the studio may have received considerable criticism over the pacing of the story, as well as certain issues with character models, visual effects, and the direction of some recent scenes. Because of this, some viewers believe that the additional weeks may be used not only for general preparations for the finale, but also to improve some of the most important episodes. The biggest expectations are connected with the upcoming battles, which are supposed to become the climax of the entire Donghua. Fans are hoping that the key confrontations will be presented on a truly massive scale and will live up to the level of the events that the story has been building toward for so long. However, during the break itself, Battle Through the Heavens will not completely disappear from the screen. To keep the audience interested in the project and help viewers refresh their memories of the most important events before the main story returns, the studio has prepared a special series of compilation episodes. A total of 7 such episodes are planned, united under the title, The Path to Becoming an Emperor. They are intended to remind viewers of the key events from previous story arcs, including the formation of the Heavenly Palace Alliance and the interactions between the various ancient clans. Essentially, this will serve as a kind of preparation before the main story returns, especially for viewers who may have forgotten certain details after following the series for such a long time. But the most important thing for fans is that the wait will not be endless. The return of the main story is officially scheduled for September 6th. For viewers with VIP access, the new episode will become available on September 5th, meaning they will have the opportunity to watch the continuation one day earlier than everyone else. All of this makes perfect sense. Episode 207 ended with a climactic sequence centered around the Yao clan ceremony, which became a key moment for Xiao Yan as he refined the 9th rank mystical pill and moved closer to becoming a Do D. The continuation of the story, including the destruction of the Yao clan, the trial in the Heavenly Tomb, and the Heavenly Palace Alliance's counterattack against the Hun clan, could not be fully covered within the original 209 episodes. The addition of 10 episodes is intended to polish the key story moments and avoid a rushed ending, giving fans a more impressive conclusion. It is also necessary to align the production schedule with the theatrical version, Battle of the Two Emperors, and ensure a smooth connection between the main storyline and the movie. So what are we going to see in the final part of the season? Episodes 207 through 219. These 3 iconic scenes are destined to become legendary. All 10 additional episodes represent turning points in the later stages of Battle Through the Heavens, and every one of them deserves attention. First, the war to destroy the Yao clan, one of the most tragic stories in the later chapters. 5 great saints from the Hun clan advanced, causing the Yao realm to collapse. The entire clan fought desperately, but Yao Dan died in battle, while Yao Lao was forced to witness the destruction of his clan. The tragic grandeur of this scene will undoubtedly bring tears in the upcoming episodes of the series. Second, Xiao Yan breaks through to 6-star Saint. The 9th rank mystical pill will help Xiao Yan directly advance from the late stage of 5-star Saint Do Shang to 6-star Saint Do Shang, officially giving him the ability to compete with the strongest forces of the Hun clan. The special effects and aura are going to be absolutely insane. And after that, the Heavenly Tomb will reveal Xiao Xian's legacy, showing the truth behind the destruction of the Xiao clan. Xiao Yan enters the Heavenly Tomb to train, encounters the remnant soul of Xiao Xian, the ancestor of the Xiao clan, unlocks the highest power of the Xiao clan bloodline, learns the full truth behind the Hun clan's conspiracy to destroy the Xiao clan, and his hatred toward the Hun clan reaches its peak. Which story development are you looking forward to the most? Write it in the comments. Moreover, during the week of the series' return, the studio plans to release 2 new episodes back-to-back. So after the long break, viewers will immediately receive a continuation of the story, after which the series will return to its regular schedule. It is especially important to note that the 10 additional episodes, episodes 210 through 219, compared with the original plan ending at episode 209, should give the creators additional room to properly develop the final part of the season. According to reports and discussions among fans, these episodes are expected to contain at least several particularly large-scale scenes that could become the main visual highlights of the entire annual season. Therefore, the current break can be viewed not simply as an ordinary delay, but rather as a preparation stage before the major finale. Xiao Yan's story is gradually approaching one of its most important turning points, while the studio has received additional episodes and additional time to bring this part of the adaptation to the level it needs. Of course, we cannot guarantee that absolutely all fan expectations will be fulfilled, especially considering the existing debates over the quality of the latest episodes. But the official information makes one thing clear: the project is continuing, the number of episodes has been increased, and the return of the main story has already been scheduled. So all that remains for fans is to wait until September 6th, when, after a 7-week break, Xiao Yan's story will finally continue. And if the studio really uses this time to fully polish the final episodes, then this long wait may ultimately pay off and turn into one of the most impressive concluding parts of the annual season. And a special thank you to our sponsors. Your support is truly invaluable. See you very soon.